I'm throwing smoke. Throwing smoke. Smoke. Throwing flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Move it. Smoke. Deploying decoy. Laying down smoke. Throwing smoke. Deploying flashbang. Throwing smoke. Grenade out. Roger that.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Let's go, fellas. Go, go, go. Smoke. Grenade out. Throwing a flashbang. Laying down smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing a grenade. Grenade. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Throwing a grenade. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary. Flashbang. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Roger. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Flashbang.
Been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Let's give it to the boys. Laying down smoke. Grenade! Smoke. Grenade out. Grenade out. Grenade out. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. Roger that. Smoke bag. Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Smoke. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
I am throwing a flashbang. I am throwing incendiary out.
Terrorists win.
Roger that. Let's go. I wish they were never born. Smoke. Grenade. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing a grenade. Laying down smoke. I am throwing a flashbang.
He was supposed to check out the bedroom, but in the end they make sure there's nobody in apartments, which is HellRaisers actually been trying to do every single round, and they've been losing players doing it a lot as well. But this time they're not going to find anybody from NiP up there, and let's see what it is HellRaisers have in mind once they have the apartments, because obviously it does give you more map control, and then it means you can limit some of the information that the CT side might otherwise get. So now they've done that much, let's see how they move on.
I'm curious, they have quite a bit of gear as well, but that perfect timing on the smoke on short is going to slow them down somewhat. 35 seconds left on this clock. This is actually starting to get a bit awkward here for HellRaisers. If they wait much longer than this, they're going to have no room for error when they try and take this site. One single mistake could cost them the round. So it's going to come down now to Exist holding it off. Simple right around the corner, and Simple gets the entry frag. Exist is gone off ours, and now he's out of Forest, who gets flashed out, but Doja takes him out. Nothing is working for them.
Great job on HellRaisers. Markelov is going to pick off Michael Lillian. That's a clean entrance. Perfect execution. They've got 7 seconds left as the bomb goes down. Freiburg can get right left here. I mean, Na'Vi are watching this, and I bet they are. You know, they're going to be so happy. You know, pushing at 35 seconds that's oceans of time for Na'Vi. You guys could have waited at least another 15 seconds before you even thought about pushing. So yeah, that's just a very CIS style way of playing. That's just particular to that region, playing that slowly, and it's kind of cool to see it working out for them as well. So NiP, these two rifles, if they're going to save both of them, that's all they're going to have for the upcoming round. HellRaisers have bounced right back into the game.
This is starting to look very scary here for now. Angel finds the pick on Freiburg. Freiburg, rare slip up on his part. That's going to get punished right there. And this is definitely not looking good here for Ninjas and Pijamas. HellRaisers starting to get some momentum on this T side. They've got a little bit of bank to play with as well. And most importantly now, Simple has got that AWP, and he's got a guarantee of an AWP in the next round. So NiP, it's starting to look a little grim here just because they are on eco round. They have one rifle to play with. Everybody else is on pistols. And when you're this early on in the half, like we said at the beginning, HellRaisers are only looking to get around 5 rounds out of this T half. And they're about to get up onto 3. This is really scary right now for the CT side.
Yeah, it is. I think HellRaisers need to be stopped at 5 rounds. I think if they get more than 5 rounds in this first half, HellRaisers, that's where things start to get really complicated for the NiP team. I love seeing HellRaisers buying all these Molotovs just to use them wherever they can. This time they check the bedroom with one of them, and they still have 2 more left. They can check car, they can check the ninja corner, which is what we're seeing Simple doing right here. And it's just a really sensible use of grenades. It's obviously hard to do if you don't have the economy for it, but they do right now. So they can afford to throw away those $400 grenades as much as they want. Simple, moving up, just being absolutely sure, a little bit paranoid even. Maybe someone was going to survive in the fire for a minute.
Safely sorry right now, and then Simple lands the headshot on Michael Lele. That was actually Kucher taking the shot first, so good job there by Kucher. It's actually going to be Angel getting teamed up on short, but Simple steps in, takes down first, and this is now turning into HellRaisers, kind of steamrolling NiP. Get Right is alive and pit though with that M4, but he's been spotted. They know that he's here. Still gets the headshot. He doesn't manage to stop the plant though. Markelov, perfect timing from him, drops the pain, and this is now looking like HellRaisers are in control. What is Simple trying to do? I'm getting ahead of myself. I was not expecting Simple to try and knife Freiburg there.
I think, yeah, I'm not fluid in Counter-Strike body language, but I think when you crouch with the knife out, it says one-on-one fight me, bro. I think that's what that means on an international level, and that was just not something Freiburg was up for. So the 8th round is coming up. Bit of a strange situation. And now HellRaisers one-upping themselves, buying another Molotov. That's 4 in this round, and you know, somewhere inside me, I'm just thinking, are we going to see that? Are we going to see that firebomb tactic on B? Are we going to be able to see them actually try and burn it out? Because they've been very mid-centric right now. HellRaisers, they keep going middle, they keep going for the A-bomb side. It's been working all right. So they could just try and keep it up until NiP come up with the answer, or they could try and switch up and go for B. We'll have to find out. It looks like it's still A that's on HellRaisers' minds.
Exactly right. You know, again, that whole theory of, you know, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. That's actually going to be a bit of a rough start. Forrest waking up in pit, and he's dropped the bomb on the balcony as well. HellRaisers are now committed to this site. They have to get that pack back. Using the Molotov now to try and create an opening, but Forrest lives, and this is now looking pretty steep here. They're getting caught out on short. Doja and Simple, though, coming right back into it, getting key frags, and then you lose Forrest as well.
Oh, wow, what a turnaround from HellRaisers. They've turned it into a 2-on-2, and they're going to be able to throw the bomb over the railing there. Angel wants to pick it up. He's got to be careful, and he's going to plant safely inside the site. They really don't want to get picked off right here. Angel with the bomb plant, Simple covering him down from pit with that AWP, and now NiP have to retake. They currently do not have a defuse kit picked up, so they can't spend all the time in the world here. Simple misses a flick. He's going to go aggressive 1-on-2, and Freiburg, he gets both the kills coming into it, and NiP are going to win the round. Very important. They would have had to eco if they'd lost this round, and now they just managed to keep themselves in the first half here.
Just a crucial play, but that is definitely going to put you a little bit back on your heels there. It was a little bit too hard, especially when you're thinking you had the numbers game, you had the bomb up on the balcony, everything was going wrong for HellRaisers, and somehow it comes down to that close of a finish. So NiP, man, they really do need to start looking to lock down these sites, and I'm curious to see now. We should actually have the AWP for Michaelele. There it is. Okay, so they do actually have a sniper rifle to play with. Michaelele, it's his time to shine once again. I mean, he's still sitting on 7 frags, but he has slowed down somewhat since NiP hit that bumpy road. And there you go.
Doja goes down. Michael confident in his ability to walk up there. And then right after the smoke goes down, actually it could have been a bit of a telltale from HellRaisers' point of view that there was no smoke when they get there, because that smoke that lands right there at the top of the banana has just become a mainstay of how NiP holds the banana now. In the past they'd smoked the bottom, but they've changed quite drastically to holding up here. So the fact that that never goes down should be an indication that something else is going on for the HellRaisers side. We'll have to see if they can read that a little bit better. In the 9th round they have time to do it still. But that's got to be a strong signal for HellRaisers. They've been doing well in A. As soon as they even try to go B, they instantly get shut down. That's got to be frustrating.
Oh, certainly, especially, I mean, now especially when, you know, they get shut down on A, that last round, it starts to put a little doubt in their mind. If they can't go to B, things are going to get a bit tough here for HellRaisers. So Simple has that AWP though, so we'll see if he can actually start landing a shot here to create an opening. But NiP also playing very passively. Forrest, just as I say that, is going to decide to peek for information, which is a little bit stepping out there, but still, flash goes in, he's going to go for the peek. Nothing given there to HellRaisers though.
Angel, look at this corner. This is so good. If you can get right, that's going to be almost the perfect opening. It'll leave Freiburg alone on the bomb side. Molotov goes up here, but get right. Pick up the first kill. Can't get the second one. Angel has the timing down right. It's still not done here. There is only 10 seconds unless they kill Freiburg. It's not to work out. Freiburg pre-fires. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They need that bomb plant right here. It's a 2-on-3, and HellRaisers come through. Exist goes down. Now it's a 2-on-2, and this would be such a steal if they won it. Down to the wire. HellRaisers are playing a tight and close game right now, but it seems almost like perfection. They've narrowly calculated this is going to work out, and this retake is not easy for NiP. They have an AWP. They finally picked up a kit there on Michaelele. And Markov is going to go down. It's all on Kucha. He gets found as well, and the retake happens. Michaelele defusing, and NiP getting a 6th round. So close.
So close. Forrest, that was a huge frag. Markov in particular was going to be the linchpin, because of course NiP, they're going to be hunting for that man in the back of the corner. They could be thinking it's a new box, back of the corner, crossfire standard, what you see. The fact that Markov gets taken out so early there by Forrest is huge. They could then collapse onto the site and find the remaining man. That was all Forrest right there. So huge plays coming in now on an individual level for NiP. Michaelele and Forrest both stepping up their game, which is going to be crucial for them going forward. But HellRaisers, they have enough money for yet another buy. It just seems like they have so much in the bank that they are able to just keep the pressure up on NiP now for so long. This actually should be a scenario now where HellRaisers, they have to win this round or they will be egoing. So here it is. Can NiP actually get a little bit of breathing room here in the mid of the half?
It will be really good for them. You're absolutely right, because HellRaisers won't be able to buy this round. They don't have the loss bonus. They don't have the money for it either. Michaelele missing a lot of shots, and he's down to 8 health. So a pretty good opening for HellRaisers. They make their way towards Library. As well, Exist spraying down will take up Kucha, and they've done a lot of damage to Angel and Simple as well. They're very low on health right here. Forrest wants to get up out of the pit, up into the graveyard. He's looking for the opening kill, hitting nothing but the railing, and Michaelele's going to land the shot finally. It's a 3-on-3. Bomb goes down, and pretty decent position for HellRaisers. Up in the graveyard is really the most important one here. Angel, very little help, but he could find the opening frag. He's not gonna. Forrest, he picks up 2 kills almost instantaneously, and it's gonna be down to Markov in the corner. He gets the one, he keeps spraying. Forrest survives, and it's gonna be the triple with the time for the defuse as well. What a play. Forrest coming out of the pit.
Yeah, but you can see the smile there, a little bit of the troll coming in there from Patrick, but Forrest, man, that was all Forrest once again. 2 back-to-back huge rounds for him, but this kill right here, taking out Simple, he knew somebody was up in graveyard as well, he gets that one, but this right here, doesn't spray, doesn't lose his cool, couple shots in, resets, couple shots, gets the job done. That was just classic Forrest, a thing of beauty.
And now HellRaisers actually forced it up. That bomb plant was just enough, the $800 bonus, and HellRaisers just, you know, they realized, oh, we can get 3 kills, 1 AK, and he said, that's enough, we'll go for it here. And they are feeling, you know, an idea of pressure. The Swedes have absolutely no money. If HellRaisers make this gamble work, they're going to pretty much secure the first half for themselves. They'll be fine. Great grenade training, and Freiburg in the corner gets down. What an entrance from Angel. That's what they need. If they speed up now, well, they might be actually running into get right, but they could almost have caught Michaelele then. Smoke goes off from Sword, and HellRaisers are trying to play this patiently. The timing is off by a millisecond there, and the grenade won't do anything. They're going to leave one person up here, and what are they going to do with the rest?
It seems like they want to go fishing here. The question is, can they find Forrest, who's holding just locked onto that site? NiP are convinced that this is going to be a B play. However, they've rotated 3 guys over to hold this site solidly. Look at this, 3 overlapping fields of fire. This is looking pretty brutal if HellRaisers decide to bust through. But with 40 seconds left, this is a lifetime for HellRaisers. They are still feeling like if they can catch somebody off guard here on this map, this could be big, because NiP do need to go for a bit of a gamble being a man down like this.
Well, the bomb is out. He get a hold of it, but Simple will find the headshot. Good job. They really can't let go of at this point. Exist waiting up here with the Max 7. He's going to take down Doja. And I think HellRaisers is going to make a run for it with 18 seconds left. It's a bit of a marathon, actually. The fact is that Forrest could win this round for his team just by killing one person here. This is down to the wire. Forrest is there. He picks up the double. It's only going to be 8 seconds left here. And the bomb plant will happen. It's a 2-on-1. Exist is not going to be there in time. What a close call. And now Exist has to try and clutch it. He's raised down here. He gets the first kill. He's got the double now. For one more. Mark it off with a perfect headshot to finish the round, and HellRaisers make it work. That bomb plant had 1 second on it, and it would have been too late. Incredible.
Split second. Just a split second there. Forrest, he nearly did it. If it was a split second difference, HellRaisers did not get that bomb plant, and Forrest yet again was going to be the king. He did give his team a strong fighting chance, but Exist there towards the end just couldn't quite land the spray fast enough to get the job done. That was just anybody's round, it seemed. HellRaisers, this is really close. And because of how much damage they've been doing to NiP round after round, NiP are now on eco here. HellRaisers, they could potentially get up onto 5 rounds. And from there on out, life gets very difficult here for NiP going into the second half. HellRaisers are excellent on their CT side as well here.
5 is enough.
5 is definitely enough.
That's the bottom line here. This is definitely very tricky, and you're right, they've just stacked up in the B bomb site. Again, they're crossing their fingers and hoping that HellRaisers is going to make a mistake, but the calls that come out, the mid-round calls, and then this round it was obviously very late in the round, but still, just getting the right choice to go to a bomb site is the essence of playing into T-side Inferno, and it's so hard. It's such a hard skill to accomplish. Making sure you gather whatever information you have. When did you last see someone? Where have the smokes gone up? You've heard anyone walking? And what do you know about the enemy team? You put all that into your mind, and you have to make a decision in a very short amount of time. It's not easy, but HellRaisers have done a really good job of doing exactly that in the first half. First half so far.
Well, guess what? This may be Christmas early here for NiP. It's a stack. No CZ, just one CZ picked up on Exist, but still, couple P250, couple P2K, HellRaisers could potentially be running into the blender here. They're going to walk right into a 5-man stack on the B site, and HellRaisers can, look at how patient NiP are playing it. They clear out the first 2 guys, but then it's down to the remaining 3 here, and NiP goes to damage. Force is going to find a frag, and Exist lines them up, but he runs out of bullets. Now he's actually got the gun, but he runs out of bullets there too. What is happening? So close. Exist, if he had 10 more bullets in that Galil, he could have eviscerated the whole push.
How did nobody get stabbed in all that smoke? I think everyone had a knife out at some point, and yet it was the CSET 75 that ended it, and NiP have such a tough choice to make here. I mean, it's not really a choice, because if they let HellRaisers get more rounds, this first half is not looking good for them. At the same point in time, now they've forced it up with 2 FAMASs, 2 M4s, and one Max 7, and it's not exactly great, is it?
And it's not exactly, I mean, it is pushing it. They still get the smokes. They still have the smokes to play with, NiP, so the gear is there, but the firepower is somewhat lacking. And HellRaisers, they don't have the AWP for Simple once again. Actually, they're taking a hit, only going for a CZ here, so they're a little bit strapped for cash as well. This is a crucial round for NiP now. This is a bit of a gamble from them. They really want to stop HellRaisers at 5 rounds. So going for this buy is basically the statement. NiP are like, this is the line that you do not cross, HellRaisers. If you cross it, it's going to be rough. However, if they lose this round, NiP, this is not looking good for them.
No, this is what HellRaisers need to get us onto that 3rd map right now. And they are looking for it. It will be overpass if it happens. And NiP were off to a solid start in this half, but HellRaisers have really shown them that they're not going to exit the quarterfinals just yet. They want to fight on. Michael waiting inside with the Max 7. Forrest coming out of the pit. And Forrest hand just putting a little bit of damage on through. But now HellRaisers have got a lot of grenades to try and see if they can get in here. Again, the clock is running low as we've got 25 seconds left currently. Exist is waiting on over. He's going to hear a couple of people running through Arch with a bomb. Where are they going to go with this? They must be wrapping a rack around to A. That much time left, and there's the opening on Exist. Great start. start here for HellRaisers. Forrest is going to pick up the one headshot on Kucha. Now they're being wrapped in around right with the Max 7 in the background. Forrest with the kill on Dosha, and it's down to Markov. 1-on-4 here. NiP managed to remedy the situation as Forrest picks up the last headshot to take down Markov. That looked like HellRaisers had them boxed in. They clear out library, they rotate around and pinch in the remaining NiP members, and somehow they fight their way out.
Michael Elliott, man, with that swag, we weren't watching from his point of view, but that swag 7 just saved it, because if he goes down, if he only takes one, Forrest is then done for. He is gone. He's getting pincered in on him. He is not holding past that first frag. So that was so just incredibly important that Michael Elliott lands those 2 kills there for NiP. And once again, individual play making such a huge difference for the Ninjas. Individual players stepping up for them at times of need, and they really are making it happen here. 8 rounds on the board now for Ninjas in Pijamas, 2 rounds remaining in the half, and they really do need to pick up the remaining 2. HellRaisers may give them a shot at it too here, seeing as how it's a bit of a mix buy from Hell.
Yeah, they've calculated that we can really buy something in the last round. Everyone is opening. Angel comes on through, keeps spraying madly, just covering all the angles, and there's a follow-up opening on Kucha. Takes that kill and drops Forrest. It's a 3-on-3, and Mike Elliott taking a fight is going to come out on the Simple goes for a little bit more, but Angel, he wants revenge for his fallen teammate. He's going to get it too. Now we can finally put the bomb down. A little bit of peace here. It's still 2-on-2, and NiP really have the advantage because Kucha doesn't have body armor, whereas both NiP members have, and they're so close to the bomb site. They have the kits as well. Grenades raining on in HellRaisers. This is a do-or-die moment for them. If they win this round, they'll have on their hands. Freiberg charges in, gets the first kill. Kucha's there, he misses the shot. A huge mistake, and now Get Right will finish the round, and NiP will win it after all.
And once you guys can see how this story is developing again there. Kucha in that scenario, he had Get Right dead to rights, and he couldn't get it done. Freiberg at that position now has to hunt him in the pit, and that just would not happen unless Freiberg could hit one of the sickest shots of his life. That play right here by Kucha. That right there, this is really it right here. HellRaisers, they had that round within their hands, within their grasp, and they couldn't quite do it. Sometimes you step up and you do secure the clutch, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. Now Ninjas in Pijamas, they have all of the money. They have a full buy going into it. HellRaisers as well. And this is where it all gets settled for the first half. 15th round here. There's a big difference between 10-5 and 9-6. And I think NiP going into their T side need every advantage they can get.
Yes, I think at 10-5 NiP have a real shot of doing it if they win the pistol round. If they lose the pistol round, HellRaisers have a really, really good chance, even at 10-5, of bringing it all the way back. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. Right now, again, HellRaisers emphasizing on emphasis on just clearing out this apartment area, just making sure no one's up there, and NiP are playing really defensively all across the map. Markov is going to be checking every corner.
There we go, there's a bit of the pop flash to take a peek at long. NiP holding pretty far back actually, a bit passive on this A side, been playing the angles on B side as well, not really pushing into banana, just going for standard as could be. Question is now, where exactly do HellRaisers decide to go with this? They do use the Molotov to clear out the corner. Michael Elliott waiting a little bit. This is his big time to shine here. If he can land the shot, this would be crucial.
Simple backing him up with the AWP right behind Dosha. He's going to spray it down. They line up, and he's going to take both the kills. Now he's got the C-set 75 out. He's got 12 health. He's trapped in here. He needs a little bit of backup, and it's coming for him as well, but the backup dies immediately. Kucha goes down next to Get Right, who sprays through the box. It's just Angel left. 1-3. He gets the first, but not a second. Angel goes down, and Get Right's going to finish the round here. It will be 10-5. Favor of NiP, but I would say this is a very fair result for both teams. This is not really decisively in NiP's favor. HellRaisers have a good chance of being able to bring this back, but that was unfortunate here for HellRaisers. Mike Elliott just hitting the perfect angle there.
Now they had perfect spray and them lining it up. It was a gift. It was a gift put in, and then him not peeking out from Little Pit and getting picked up. HellRaisers constantly had to worry about him, and that bought time for the rotation to come in then as well from the mates on B. So HellRaisers, that was again such a close round to decide it all here. 10-5 now going into the second half, and I think you're right, Anders. I mean, this is still anybody's round. If HellRaisers pick up the pistol, they just need to get over one buy round, and they're looking at a tie scenario here with NiP. If NiP can pick up the pistol, they can get up to 13 rounds before things start to get hairy for them. So this is big. And Michael Elliott actually doing a lot of the talking here during the pause. So this is interesting. He really expressing himself here. The latest member in the NiP lineup as well, replacing Piflaron.
Yeah, you're right. I was actually wondering if there was going to be like a, you know, a cooldown period for him in the beginning where he wasn't going to be that vocal. Just, you know, you're in a new team and you're playing with some fairly legendary people as well, so maybe you are going to be a little bit intimidated. But that's probably good that he's actually being active from the very start, and maybe NiP to taking some steps to try and make sure that he was feeling as, you know, part of them and not as like a fifth wheel on that vehicle. Second half coming up, I'm kind of curious to see what NiP are going to do, if they're going to play it slowly or if they're going to go for something a little bit more, you know, crazy. Because on the second half pistol on Dust 2, they did try to push pretty aggressively, and obviously then they had a really big lead, whereas now they kind of don't. So maybe that's going to spark them, you know, playing a little bit more safely on the terrorist side, just not too many crazy risks.
Well, as we count down into the second half, we're about to find out, and I think looking at what they're going to buy is going to tell us a lot of what they have in mind here. If there's a lot of Kevlar, we could see that run and gun sort of brute force strat coming out. But I mean, in this first half, or at least in the first half pistol, both teams opted for a lot of nades, a lot of gear. So we'll have to see if that's going to repeat itself here going into the second half. What do NiP have in store for us here? But guys, it is time here. NiP potentially on the edge of making it into the semifinals of DreamHack Winter. HellRaisers battling for their tournament life. Let's make some noise. Let's get into it. All right. And there's the trophy as well. Glorious trophy, actually. That is quite a trophy, Anders. It's pretty big.
You have to find a designated person on your team who can actually lift that trophy. You know, you can't just get anybody to do it. So you know, you need the right person. You know, Pasha.
So you're saying Exist shouldn't lift that trophy?
Yeah, you know, get Freiburg to do it. He's got the strength for it. That's it.
Oh, but it looks like we have actually a bit of a pause coming in here, guys. So we'll see what needs to get sorted. This could actually be also one of the. They're allowed to have a pause per match as well. So this could actually be a tactical pause coming in, because Blade is doing quite a bit of talking right now with HellRaisers. They may be trying to iron out some final points going into the second half. I mean, this is crucial right here, but it looks like the pause has ended. We're ticking down towards this second half pistol, and now we see exactly what we have in store for us here, and it is quite a few nades actually.
Yeah, and Seuss on Simple. He actually bought a stun gun in the pistol round of quarterfinals here for a major tournament. That is interesting. Simple, did it go? What? Did it disappear?
Oh.
I have no idea what just happened. I'm assuming that's like a HUD bug then. Alright. No Seuss. That would have been fun though.
What's really interesting, Doja must have dropped Simple that DZ.
Yeah.
Because Doja had one smoke, but he's on a P2K still, so that is very interesting here.
And Simple has CZ and Kit,
yeah,
so
exactly.
something happened. Kucha with the opening kill, and Simple following up, looking good for HellRaisers. But Makarov will go down, and NiP charging through, and the headshot on Kucha is going to send him cowering back into the construction area. Forrest will take a kill as well and goes for a little bit more. NiP powering through, he steals that pistol, 7 bullets, and Forrest, that's now a triple kill. He's on 7 health. The bomb is down as well. Exit to the background, getting caught by Doja here, and it's a 2-1-2. They need to clear out these NiP members, but they cannot. Forrest now at a quad kill. He fakes it once, Doja, but Forrest is looking for the ace, and he picks it up. He decimates the HellRaisers lineup, and NiP now well on their way to the semifinals. That is a big round.
That is a big start right there. The team is getting hype as well. Freiburg is smiling. Everybody grins on their faces, because this is the perfect start for NiP going into the second half. They lock it down. They get that T-side start. They get the guns on their side.
Now on the first map, it was definitely Get Right carrying the team through. He did such a fine job. He really had an incredible performance, and Mike Kelly also stepping up with the AWP. But Get Right was one of the main engines. Right now, Forrest is dropping 23 kills in just 17 rounds. That is pretty damn good at the moment. And HellRaisers, they are definitely not out of it, but losing that pistol round is going to be frustrating. And you wonder how they're going to respond to it. If they save this one and the next one, it's going to make it 12-5 until they can really start stepping up with it. And they haven't bought any armor in this round.
They haven't exactly. I think they're really just going to be investing in that big 19th round. They want to get that buy. They want to get that buy on the board when they have a lot of money to get the AWP, to get the expensive rifles, and to have all of the gear, because HellRaisers basically, at that point, this is the line where it ends for NiP. as far as this round is concerned, HellRaisers playing pretty far back, actually. Bit of a B stack on their side as well, although they do have one guy lurking in CT. 3 guys on that B side, and NiP make the right call. They're going straight up short, straight onto this A site. They have no idea as simple as waiting here, but Exist is covering Boiler, watching their backs, and that's a very clean... that's a very clean bomb plant for NiP.
No issues at all. A good call to end up at the same bomb site, and good job on Exist just making sure that Simple wasn't going to be able to sneak up behind them somehow. So this should be alright. Freiburg on an adventure with a Mag 10 as well, trying to see if he could find anybody.
The Mag 10 actually exists, is going to pick up that frag, however. Now they're just on the hunt looking for these frags. They are hungry for money right now. Freiburg is about to walk into construction as well. Michael is here with his Bison, going to check the car. Yes, he does. Turns back and picks up the kill. Freiburg as well gets picture, and not a single member of HellRaisers lives through that round. They are definitely bent on making sure that HellRaisers spend money in the next round here. They do not want them to save a dime.
Oh, Freiburg on the other hand up to 5,400 at the beginning of that round just from getting the money bonus from that Mag 10, so that's not at all bad. So 12-5 and now currently the scoreline, and HellRaisers investing in a couple of grenades in a round like this. I think that's a pretty good idea. Decent choice on their part.
So again, this is going to make NiP sweat a little bit, make them wonder, but at the end of the day, NiP playing very carefully together, pairing up as well, and I do like to see that detail there from NiP, putting 2 guys in Banana rather than just the one. You don't want to give HellRaisers an opportunity to jump one of your teammates and take their rifle away, and then be able to use that against you. So NiP really just playing this very carefully, watching each other's backs and making sure that if the gun does get dropped, HellRaisers aren't going to be able to run away with it. But it does look like NiP wants to gear up for that B play eventually here. The bomb is making its way up Banana. It's quiet in mid, although they are kind of hunting around here.
I like the fact that they are playing this carefully in the anti-eco, just because you don't want to throw this one away. That would be devastating. They've already been shot down pretty low, but Mike Killier with a good opening here. The Bison coming out on top twice now against HellRaisers, and that's going to be the bomb front, and pretty much a safe ground from here on out for NiP. Mag 10 on Freiburg, he gets the 2 kills as well. Cheeky play at the bottom of Banana, leaving Dozier as the last man standing here, 1 on 5, and he's going to get down eventually. No time to reload. And that's now 9,000 on Freiburg going into the 4th round of the second half right now.
Yeah, that's a sick amount of money to have right there. They're going to be dropping those SMGs, picking up those rifles, and now they have a pretty healthy cushion going into it because Michael has 8 grand as well. That is silly. A very nice control here by Freiburg, getting the job done, holding down Banana for NiP. But this is the big round, guys. 19th round, HellRaisers, their first buy round, and there is no AWP for Simple. It's just M4s and nades across the board here. Oh, that's unlucky. You actually hit the light post.
Yeah, a bit of a shame there for the HellRaisers team. They need this round, and they need all the rounds from here on out. They can't make really almost any mistakes at this point. They gotta see if they can find a way to shut NiP down, but the confidence on the Swedish team has been just flowing pretty much all around, and they gotta find a way to break that somehow. They need to silence the crowd, and they need to make sure that NiP just stop trusting themselves so much.
Exactly. If they can get that, I mean, basically they need to throw Forrest down and stomp him. They can't let Forrest continue to manhandle him, and Freiburg is starting to get some momentum as well, and that is scary. That combo, like on Dust 2, when those 2 guys are leading the charge for NiP look unstoppable. So they need to manage to take one of those pieces off the board here. It looks like HellRaisers...
I think Dozier pretty could body slam Forrest if it came to it.
There aren't a whole lot of people that would stop Dozier from body slamming them, but Forrest is not interested in that. He clips Angel's wings, and now he is doing a pretty good job. And what? He finds that headshot on Dozier. He single-handedly cleared the A site. Forrest is on fire right now. Another kill goes in, but the his teammates have run for the B site with the remaining defenses for HellRaisers. This has actually turned completely around.
Yeah, because the bomb is over here. There's only 15 seconds left. They need to clear this bomb site. HellRaisers have almost no health left. They just need a few bullets, and that's going to seal the round for NiP. But they can't run out of time here. 6, 5 seconds. There's the bomb plant attempt. Could they hear it? I think the smoke actually brought the sound. The bomb goes down. There's 2 seconds left, and that's going to be it. Get right, cleans it up. What a performance here. Forrest Complete monster at the moment, 26 kills.
And this is looking perfect for NiP at this point because the HellRaisers, they have no money. They're in middling, floating around 3,000, going into keeping NiP off of match point. But this is big here by Forrest. I mean, you know, speak of the devil, we're singing his praises and he delivers perfectly right here on this A site. What's crazy is that this was supposed to be a diversion. He was just supposed to keep a couple members here for HellRaisers while his teammates crashed onto the B site. Just incredible individual performance coming out from Forrest right now, but this is it. I mean, look, the force buy out of HellRaisers, they're just doing whatever they can to keep NiP off that final match.
Yeah, and I can't be 100% sure, but I think the sound of the smoke actually covered the sound of the bomb going down, which is such a big difference, because if HellRaisers just blast through the smoke at that point, they hear that beep sound, that's it, the round's pretty much over, but it doesn't turn out that way. This will be incredible. HellRaisers, they were looking to make the comeback happen on the second half, and I thought one was quite sure they could actually make it, but NiP, they had a decisive victory on Dust 2. They're looking to do it on the second map here, and that would land them right in the semi-finals of another major tournament. The fourth one in a row when they're at least going to go to the semis.
Oh, but Markov, he's not interested in letting that happen. Double spray down at the top of Banana, and NiP all of a sudden gets lost a little bit. Forrest decides to step in and join the party, however. It takes out Angel on Speedway. It just goes hoofing through. This is going to be a pincer moving onto this B site, but the smokes are down, and Markov is still alive. A third frag for him.
Amazing play for Markov right here. It's going to be a 4-on-2. Forrest trying to get in. He will finally take down, Markov. And Geralt follow up with a shot there. That's Kucha going down. Now it's a 2-on-2, but Doja with the perfect timing, and that should seal the round. Forrest, he may have been a monster today, but this 1-on-2 should not be winnable for him. They should be able to coordinate this well enough. He goes for the straight plant, and Doja's there to pick it up. Solid play from HellRaisers, and especially Markov picking up that triple kill. And he's also at 13, so he's not really close. It's not like anybody on HellRaisers underperforming at this point in time. They're all pretty much even on the scoreboard. Whereas, I mean, the same is true for NiP. Nobody's lacking sort of drastically behind. It's 14-6 right here. HellRaisers could make this comeback work, but it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. It's the long journey. At this point, all HellRaisers are doing, they're zeroed in on one round at a time. They just have to take it one step at a time, because if they think of the total number of rounds they need to run it back, it's a huge amount. It's a long journey ahead. But, you know, if they just think about each step on that journey instead, they could work out. NiP, though, they are not to be deterred. Freiburg has taken some initial damage to start things off, but they are clearing the map very methodically here, NiP, taking their time, getting as much control as they can before they decide where they want to go, because as far as it looks right now, HellRaisers, they are not too interested in peeking to give NiP an entry. No, they're playing it defensively at the moment, which is maybe not such a bad idea. If you run into the forest and land some of those headshots, that's what you don't want to happen. And still got a couple of Molotovs here on the HellRaisers side. NiP wanting to take this mid control. They're going to clear out really easily towards one here. I think Forrest may have spotted the guy up on an outfit. Just going to call that out to his teammates. And looks like NiP have decided actually the B-bomb side is a much better place to hang out. Good opening here from Get Right. Can they hold B? That's the only thing HellRaisers have to accomplish right now. And they'll be alright. 30 seconds left. NiP still making a little bit of noise, just keeping these two people from HellRaisers in this bomb site. But now it's going to be the showdown. Kucha and Markov holding over at the B bomb site, and this is everything for them. Doja goes down, but it's still all about the B bomb site right now. Markov back a new box, straight headshot, simple finds the middle. He has to stay alive here. Markov, he takes a lot of damage. That pistol is not going to be enough, and simple now, 1-on-3. NiP with 6 seconds left, they make it through. They make it through just barely. Once again, that is such a highly stressful situation for NiP as well, because they're running into a fully defended bomb site when that push begins. And this is going to be simple now. 1-2-3 walking into the blender. He gets the first kill, takes out Forrest, but now it's the perfect crossfire scenario here for NiP, holding at the back corner. And Simple commits to one. The other one will flank, and he's trying to turn it into a 1v1. Down to 20 HP, and they will jump him in the end. Exist will get the job done, and NiP are one round away from a spot in the semis. Anders, you can't stop these ninjas. Apparently not. It's map and match point right now for the NiP team. I mean, I say it again, this is the first time in a very, very long time that we've seen NiP actually look convincing in any tournament. So this is definitely very, very impressive, and kind of a big surprise, because like we said yesterday, they were struggling so badly against ESC. They ended up 16-13 on cash yesterday against the team that they should have been struggling against at all. ESC did play really well. HellRaisers, though, had a perfect match yesterday. 2 matches, they just won outright, and they finished first in the group, which was absolutely terrific. But now, it's a different story. NiP have really come alive.
NiP is really taking a reset Freiburg. Just for 1-for-1, however, so that's not going to, well, it's still ideal. They do get an idea of what the firepower is looking like on HellRaiser's side, but we would have liked to get that second frag. That would have really opened the floodgates here.
Well, at this point in time, there is, I mean, it's not great for HellRaisers just to be trading, because they really just don't have the weaponry for it, and it's just trying to throw that rifle over, which is also a good idea. HellRaisers need just great entry frags here. They need to make sure that they can shut down NiP before they even get into a bomb site, and they do have a deal inside here on Kucha. Angel also on the crossfire. Eagle, not gonna work. Forrest just runs in, strolls into the bomb site to take that kill, and this is looking very bad right now for HellRaisers. They could end up being out of the tournament right here, right now. Smoke goes down, bomb about to be planted right on the grill as well. This B bomb site is about to blow up.
It is, I mean, Angel's trying to do the best he can here from construction, but he's promo like he is now the last man alive. Forrest breakthrough, and Phyllis will drop the last frag of the map, gets the 30